Alright guys, I want to show you something that I just made. So, here it is. Now what you're looking at is basically a device that can send you an infinite number of blocks away from, where your current destination is. So, as it says, you're at destination 64. So the max number of destinations that you can have in the system is 500 something. So it would be 64 times 9. So yeah, you get like 576 destinations. It's actually 578, but we'll talk about that later. And that is determined by how many slots there are in this dropper here. Um, and just the fact that you can have, 64 items in a single slot. So, um, what's this right here? So this is your handbook. So you can basically open this up and you can list what the destination number is for your destination. So home would be 1 item, the village would be 32, and your ice farm is 64. And this is actually an ice farm that I am working on right now, and there's a lot of iterations. This is actually from Gnimbomb's um, uh, 1.13 world. Um, so I'm trying to improve it basically. Anyway, so let's see how this works. So this right here is your low destination um, thing. It basically, if this lamp is on, then your destination is currently going to be loaded into the system. So let's just turn that off for now. It can be on, it doesn't really matter. I just like it having off. So let's go to destination 32 because right now we're at 64. So if I go to 64, then it's kind of pointless because I just end up here. So let's go to 32. So um, you just grab the item. Um, you grab the item. And another thing about this, so you probably want to set up your system so it's easy to grab items out. So 64 would be easy. 32 would be easy. Um, 16 would be easy. 8 would be easy. 4, 2, 1. 1 would also, just be easy, like doing that. But anyway, it doesn't obviously have to be redstone too. It could be grass, it could be seeds, it could be literally anything. It doesn't even need to be a 64 item. I'm just having it so that it fills up one like row of the chest. But it could be ender pearls that only stack up to 16, snowballs, whatever. I, anyway, so you grab your items, you put them into here. So this is now going to load. This is now going to load this. So we click this, and the number is currently being loaded into this binary counter. And once it's done counting, it will teleport us. And we're at the destination now. So, yeah. So we're now at destination 32. So we basically traveled all the way over there to here in like 30 seconds or something. And the distance here can be any length. You could go, a million blocks in that direction. You obviously have to have chunk loaders. I don't have that set up here, but you could go, millions of blocks that way, and it would work. The only downside is that you have to have this instant line, bidirectional instant line that can, obviously send and receive signals in both directions. And I'll kind of go into how this all works in a bit. So actually, this station is a little bit different than how the first one's set up, just because that station over there is kind of like where I build all this, and then I kind of just use mods to kind of paste and copy it around and stuff. So let's actually go back. So we want to go to 64, and this now loads into the system. So yeah, let's actually speed this up because. And boom, we're there. Okay, so let's kind of go into how this works. So yeah, I don't know if you can really tell, but it is a little bit different. And actually, when we go into the Nether side, you know, obviously this is all going to be in the Nether. This isn't going to be in the overworld. Um, I'm just kind of giving you demonstration because I don't like how the Nether sky looks. It's red and black and cringy. So yeah. But I actually have the stasis chamber set up here, so it actually would work. Um, but anyway, so uh, um, so okay, it's kind of hard to explain because actually how I have it set up in the Nether is even different from this. But I can basically go through the main concepts. So what we're doing here is this copper bulb right here. It's just a simple toggle. There's really nothing, you know, special going on about this. This observer is just detecting when you change the note on that note block. So it you know, powers this block, powers this redstone, powers this block, flips this copper bulb, and it's basically just, you know, spitting this block in and out from reading what's inside of this dropper right here. And what we're doing right now is if we have any signal that's inside, so if we have any signal that's inside this guy right now, it would push this piston, and it would create an observer clock. And then that would cascade down here and update this air block right here. This air block, once this air block's updated, it will send a signal down this path right here. And these blocks right, this whole circuit right here is basically your end of signal detection. I can kind of show you right now. So I'll just go to the same destination. So we're gonna, you know, go here basically. So this lamp's on, so it's basically, if this is ever an update here, then, you know, this will update, pull this guy down and update it. There. And then this line right here, this is basically, so if we're getting a signal downstream, so the signal will also come this way if we're over here and we're trying to go here, the signal will come down here. It will update this observer, this one right here. It will then follow this way, and it will start counting here. And then once it's done counting, every station counts at the same exact time, and all we're doing is we're just comparing signals. So this is 64. So if you actually put this into your into like the Windows calculator, go to programming. You can see that this is 60. It's not 64. It's going to be 65 or 66. I mean, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just to break it up a little bit. So yeah. We're just comparing signals. So I don't think the concept is really too complicated. I think your average Joe Schmo that, you know, knows just a little bit about redstone can, you know, conceptually understand what I'm doing here and what I'm trying to, explain. Um, but yeah. Let's talk about what this button right here is too. So you can have, if you don't want to put the items in here manually, which you're gonna have to, because you can choose 576 different locations. So you'll have to eventually, but you can have basically fast travel. So you can have these buttons like that. So if you want to go, if you're constantly going to the same place, it would probably be faster than to hook up buttons to do that for you. And the first one is pretty easy. So let's just go home. Okay, well it didn't work because I don't have it hooked up, but um, I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to do this for a quick video. But anyway, you click this button and it would basically this button also acts as that. So I mean, okay, so let's say you're stranded out in the Nether. You come across this line. Usually you'll have wood or stone on you. You can just pop a button down, click it, and it takes you home, just like that. So you're home, and what that basically does is it's sending a it's sending um, a one tick pulse basically, and it updates twice, so it's technically sending a 2 tick pulse, but the timing's misaligned, so it only acts as a one tick pulse. So or one pulse. I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to pulses. I kind of just I kind of just time it by my eye. I don't really know. Um, anyway, so we're home now. So let's go back. Let's go back. Um, so yeah, I don't think that this is extremely complicated. Um, I really don't. I don't really expect anyone to build this because it's stupidly complex for what it is, really. This counter can be totally changed, make it probably half as small, at least. Um, this counting system, you can probably increase the speed. The detection would probably stay the exact same, basically. I bet. Um, Obviously these command blocks would go. So let's go to the Nether and kind of see what's going on. So this is basically the exact same design. We are changing a couple things here though, as you can see. Um, anyway, I'm a mess. Anyway, what we're doing here is take items out. Let's freeze the game. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to so due to quasi connectivity, we're going to update this air block right here. This piston is going to push this redstone block down, and that is allowing oh right, we're over here. It's allowing this comparator so that it can push the signal through. And then that updates this torch. That torch then is able to turn this clock on. So these 3 blocks right here, this dropper, this observer, this redstone dust, is a clock, and it is pulsing this rail line. Imagine this being the long stretch of instant line. So let's unfreeze the game and kind of observe what's going on. Unfreeze. So remember, it's going to push the piston up, or it's going to push the piston down to enable the comparator. Oh, well, I'm dumb. And the items start I did this before I started the video. It's basically just showing you that it's you know, the clock is going. So yeah, the line updated, and we would been sent to our destination. So let's go over here. So like again, you can pick. You can hear that it updates twice. This one's going to update 3 times. It's basically the exact same setup. I don't have this hooked up to anything, but you can, you know, imagine how that would work. You know, literally just copy and paste it from the other ones. And then this right here, it not only updates this this whole area, but it's kind of required. I have a little bamboo farm right here. This is just to get items, because I'm sure there's simpler ways of doing this. But basically what I'm doing is, so once it's done counting, it compares the signal to what it just compares the signal. Basically, this whole comparison signal is basically just determined by a big AND gate. So if, you know, if the exact combination, so let's just say this is the combination, if we get that exact number, it literally just ANDs all the outputs. And if that happens, then this observer will then pass a signal through, updates this whole array right here, and shoots an item into this nether portal. If we get an item, the item will land here, get picked up by this, get dispensed into lava, because we don't need the item anymore. We just dispense it, and then it updates this. So let's do that. So we're at destination 32. So obviously you'd be at a different place and you'd be coming here. So you'd be way off over there and you want to come here. But we can do it here because, you know, it doesn't really matter. So you just come here, load your items in, click that, and this will then poop us out into the overworld. Ta-da! And like again, you can be thousands of blocks away, and then you just open that up and throw another ender pearl to reset it. And it's reset. So yeah, it's not complicated or anything. I really don't think. I think a bumbling idiot could figure this out. Um, Not to make fun of you or anything if you actually don't know how this works, but you get what I'm trying to say. I'll try to have a video out um, on these ice farms later. I'm just having so much trouble with these things that it is taking me months to get it to work. Yeah, it's pretty big. So yeah, I mean that's basically gonna be it, I think. Um, Thanks for watching. I don't actually know if I'm gonna be making videos. I really don't. Just you know, thanks for watching, I guess.